Okay.
This on Dr. Phil right now. They talking about the C hip.
About 8%. Okay. Well, you just saw Brandon getting into his car using just his hand.
Now, I don't know if this is a rerun or what, but it's on TV right now. July 4, 2023.
And Emil Grafstra.
It's a little bit after 3, like 3:15.
Key Technologies, whose goal is to educate us on the benefits of human microchipping. And clearly there are benefits, right, Emil?
Indeed, yeah. There are many benefits.
Yeah.
Just from basic identity to...
You Jake's out here playing. This what's coming, man.
And like ultimate convenience. That's really the goal. When you're a kid, you run out of the house and you don't have your wallet, you don't have keys, you don't have nothing. That's freedom. You run out, you're like, yes. Just try that as an adult. You'll have a panic attack. You're like, oh, I need my keys, my phone, my wallet, oh my God. So being able to kind of make you the most important
I hate I missed the first little segment.
Digitally is what is.
But yeah, man, this was coming. Revelation 13, 16, and 17.
Right. And Brandon, that's what got you to do this, right? It's just the freedom of not having to worry about
you Jakes, you Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans out here celebrating this wicked 4th of July. This what's going on, man.
Following Emil's work since probably about 2014. And
why y'all partying and bullshitting? This what's going on.
We had a chip offering that made sense to me. That was for use cases that I knew I could use every day. And that's when I put in the smaller chip that's about the size of a grain of rice right here into my hand, which controls my front door, my back door. I do have my COVID vax card on it, which came in super handy because I was at a concert. They want to proof of vax.
Y'all better get
Tap
with
your
it.
Phone to your hand, up pops your vax card. Links to portfolio.
These cops teaching that it's sin and whatnot.
Information you tap your
we gonna
phone in
see.
my hand, instantly download my contact information. So extremely useful. 2 months ago, I got the larger chip, which is about the size of a small paperclip. Sits between my pinky and then my ring finger right here. And that is a smart chip. So what's fascinating to me is, just like your phone, you can download and install applications right into your body to give your appendages abilities they were never meant to. And it's funny, I was having a conversation with Emil last night, and I think he put it best. So everyone always wants to know, why did you do this? That's the first question I get, why? And he, I think, put it best when he goes, well, it feels like magic. And that's really what it does, without trying to sound too dorky about it. It's like, I feel like I have a superpower. It's like my hands can do things and continually evolve in their capabilities.
Y'all see this?
For however long you're developing apps. And that's pretty cool, because who else can really say they can do something like that?
But you still carry your phone.
I still carry my phone. So it's really, I use it as a backup just because for some reason my phone fails to get me into the car. I want to say at least 30.
Boy, you Jake better get with the program.
It just does not sync. Then instead of looking like a maniac trying to break into a car, give a quick tap to the pillar, car unlocks, quick tap to the console, car starts. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about a phone, my backup card. I have everything I need right here. And then in the future, which I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Dr. Phil had a few episodes on the C-Hip, man.
Transactions, and then you really don't need anything. You can do your payments, car keys, house keys, biometric readings. You don't need the smartwatch anymore. I mean, all this will just be in us to tap on when we want.
Yeah, I'll say basically, like a follow on, we carry these things around with us, our phone, our wallet, our keys. They're like modern day Tamagotchi. They're like demand our attention, they demand our management, and they're not frictionless, right? They demand all the stuff. So being able to, I've been without keys for 15 plus years now. It's been great. Like, I don't have to worry about big lumps of metal that I carry around that represent me to different doors.
There you go. They saying it's more convenient, easier.
Open at my command, basically. So being able to reduce that management burden it's not about the days that you lose your keys. It's about managing them every day. That's gone.
So you brought some objects with you, and also let's look at some of those. What do your chips do?
So this is just the type of door lock that I have in my house. Just a deadbolt, and you can walk up to the door, activate it, tap the implant, and you're in. There's no fiddling around with pin codes or keys or anything like that. You just
but GMS got it wrong though.
Just open it.
Starting with the apostles.
I have a chip in my knee.
They bugged out. They bombs.
For the groceries, so I have it in my hand, and I also
ain't no C-Hip, as the bishop say.
So there's a couple other things I can show.
Show me what you got.
So essentially this is the kit, and then you take that kit to a professional body piercer or a medical doctor. They perform a simple installation, which just involves tenting the skin a little bit, maybe doing some topical numbing or maybe some local. Then you just slide the.
My damn arm's getting tired, but I gotta record this.
And you're off to the races. That's it. We also have a wearable version coming out.
I don't know if they're gonna clip this for copyright, but I'm gonna try to post it. If I get a strike, oh damn well.
Identity to it, then you've lost it, and that's kind of the benefit of the implant.
All right, this ain't for monetary gain or.
All right, well, my next guest has some security concerns about microchipping, so we're going to add her to the conversation after the break.
Well, anything like that, all right, this is strictly for educational purposes only. So this what's happening, man.
As soon as you start programming, the smarter the chip, the greater opportunity I have to hack it.
How is it any different if they have that on their phone or they have it on their laptop versus being in their body? Well, we've heard what my guests feel are benefits of human microchipping.
And look at that, Transformer athletes tomorrow.
Joining us on stage is Michelle Dennedy, CEO of
so it's live, man.
And
again, July 4th, 2023 is like 320. 325 right now, man. July 4th, 2023.
About human microchipping.
Yeah, so I think it's really important first to really define what do we mean by security and what do we mean by privacy, because there's issues for both of those kind of categories of problems. So privacy is really the ability to tell your own story, when you want, to whom you want, where you want. It's a very complex concept because it's not just what are you kind of booping at the door, it's what's being said about you in the data center behind you. So there's an entire sort of flow of information, that's privacy. Security is really the category of making sure that
what the scripture say, then shall they know that a prophet was amongst them.
What we call it, a monster in the middle or a man in the middle attack, is when someone gets in between your chip information and the door and says this is no longer authenticated. Some of these early things, that's not
right now. They're going into how basically how this thing is going to be.
As soon as you start programming,
like is there going to be security in it? Because people saying it can be hacked and all that. So this is what they're talking about now. So let me shut up and let y'all hear.
Technology is always evolving. Moore's law says it's going to be twice as capable and half as cheap. So you can't scan it that close today. In a year from now, you'll be able to scan it. So that's kind of the evolving technology piece. The privacy piece is a lot more complex because it has to know where are you in the world. The privacy laws are textured, they're variant, they're very culture dependent. State to state, as a woman in California, you have one set of health rights. As a woman in other states in the US, you have very different health rights. So this is where the texture comes of, is it just your interaction or is it everyone else's interaction with you? And I think that's why it is so important. I mean, these folks are really pioneers and artists, and we need to have that exploration, I think, before this is something for everyone. How is it any different if they have that on their phone or they have it on their laptop versus being in their body? What's the difference? Part of it is just the ease of change. So you lose your credit card, you can snip, get a new one. It's a lot harder to cut out or something that's implanted. The other things are structurally the way we look at the data that's coming and emanating. So if you put something inside your body, you're now in a new category of liability. It's a different thing. In California, as of January 1st of 2023, if it's in my body, it's now biometric information, and it's prohibited unless there are very significantly small circumstances. But can't they just, if they wanted to, for any reason, can't they just wipe that chip at any time and take all the data off of it? Yeah, there's a lot of mitigating factors, and privacy and security are obviously concerns. But in general, when you
call hello y'all about Shimmy Hawashah, man. Barakatah Yahal about Shimmy Hawashah. This thing coming, man.
The activity is doing the same thing, just a different form factor, a different shape. It's a device that's in your body and not in your pocket. Now, when it comes to like payments, for example, there's a technology called tokenization that would address that, where if you wanted to, cancel that capability, you can just remove it. And being able to actually program the device at your will with the thing you want to do with it allows you to have control over that. It's control in your control, not others. I would say that probably the idea of having a slippery slope argument, well, in the future it'll be able to do all this stuff, is not really relevant. And particularly the idea of scanning it at range isn't really, it's a physics issue, it's not a software or technology issue.
Well, there aren't any batteries in these chips.
No
right?
batteries, no.
No batteries.
So you have to be really close.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how
Yeah.
close you have to be.
It's got to be almost touching. I mean, so that's why, and I think there's so much misinformation out there right now where people were like, you know, oh, I can just walk by you with my phone and like swipe it past. I'm like, no, it's not that easy. And then it's exactly, and you have to know the orientation and everything. So it's like, even if somebody knew I had one, they would have to be physically in my space. There's no way they could do it.
Hey, the majority of our people gonna get this, man.
And they would have to know I had it. And then, you know, I'm not putting.
We pray that Yahweh Hashem put the spirit on us to reject
I
it.
mean, I have public information.
But it's coming.
I think the worst things I was reading online after I had my video out there was people talking about physically cutting off my hand. They're like, well, you better not run into you because I cut off your hand and steal your car. I'm like, well, that's a whole different situation that we're dealing with then, if that's what we're getting to. You can just have my phone at that point.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Phil, before you asked how many of you would have an implant, I didn't lift up my hand, but there's one case who would do it. Elon Musk is wanting to put implants into the head to help people with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. If I got Parkinson's disease, I would seriously consider an implant. But other concerns I have,
that's the miracles that Esau gonna come with the so-called white man.
If I forget my
that's the miracles that the beast gonna present.
On the back of my hand, I'm not going to have it implanted in the back of my hand.
We've got to take a break. My next guest I want to add to our conversation here would never think about getting a microchip, yet alone using a microwave. Why? Well, we'll talk to him after the break.
Yeah, that is, man. I just want to get this real quick. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. It's coming into play. This thing is speaking.